Greetings from MikeTubers. Today we'll be reviewing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and that will be created by Respawn and follows Cal Kestis as he journeys to find a long-lost holocron and to rebuild the Jedi Order. And this also takes place right after Revenge of the Sith, 4 years after, and yeah. And I would say, if you guys have not seen the playthrough of my game yet, go check it out. And yeah, this is an in-depth review of Fallen Order. So yeah, I would say I like the game. I like it a lot, but honestly, it's not my favorite Star Wars game. There are moments that I felt like it was actually Star Wars. For example, the part where he hijacks the walker, or the part where Order 66 happens. Those were awesome. Besides that, pretty much the game starts for me where Order 66 happens. That's when everything gets ramped up. That's where I feel the energy of the game, the pain of the game. Pretty much, that's where the game gets started at for me. This game has Star Wars elements. Pretty much, there's scenes where the gunships are flying around, like in the classic Star Wars, the Clone Wars series, that I love so much. And there's Venator-class Star Destroyers being dismantled. There's AT-STs, AT-ATs, all you can imagine. But it doesn't quite feel like Star Wars for me. It feels like Uncharted meets Legend of Zelda, which are cool elements to have in a Star Wars game, but I wanted it to feel like Star Wars. I wanted to feel like a battle is happening no matter what, and that's when it feels like. If pretty much the first half of the game is Uncharted meets Star Wars. The second half of the game, when Order 66 happens, feels like Star Wars, where I came to see Star Wars 4, action-packed adventure, where stormtroopers are chasing you, with pretty much Darth Vader chasing you down the hallway. By the way, the final boss is scary, man. That last boss fight is, whew, I think I had a heart attack and peed my pants on screen. Yeah, intense. But that's when it gets ramped up for me. That's when all the action happens. And you just get a little sprinkle of that the first half of the game. Like, again, when the freaking gunship on Kashyyyk happens and Saw Gerrera jumps in, you're like, oh, Saw Gerrera, oh, that, I'm piloting an walker, awesome! And it's so awesome, but then it stops. Then you won't see that ever again. Then you're like, okay, we're in a swamp world now? What? Giant monsters are chasing me? I didn't sign up for Resident Evil 3 with stormtroopers in Uncharted. It just didn't feel right to me. Alright. It didn't feel right for me. Alright, so let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay in combat scenarios are awesome. The graphics are awesome. And I love it. I love it all. It's just a story that slows it down for me. And the most irritable thing about the gameplay is pretty much you're supposed to get to a location. There's no instructions. And I'm like, excuse me, game? How do you do this? Can I maybe get hit? And every other, like, it will give you, within 20 minutes, it gives you a hint. It's like, okay, thank you for that. Yeah. And then, let's talk about the glitches in this game. My game broke on me twice. It's freaking irritating. I pretty much had to restart the game twice, and yeah, when you're getting into the story, I don't want a game to break on me. Sure, it happens, but it's like in the middle of a Star Wars dogfight, your TIE fighter just freezes up. It's like, excuse me, TIE fighter, and it just explodes. That's irritating. That's what pretty much happened. My character got stuck on a ledge and kept dying and dying and dying over and over and over. And it's like, But overall, guys, Star Wars, the Jedi Fallen Order is fun at times, but more irritating. The villains in the game are awesome. I love the villains. The main character of Cal, he's awesome. But at times, it doesn't feel like Star Wars to me. Star Wars is that grand space adventure. I love how in the game you go up to the bridge and you just stand around until he's like, sit down. We're pulling out hyperspace. And we pretty much are in hyperspace. That's what I want. Those are the little snippets I'm talking about of the Star Wars game. And I love the part when we hijack a walker. And after Order 66 happened, that's when the impact of the game happened. That's when I feel like I'm playing a Star Wars game. But honestly, if you guys want to play a real Star Wars game that pretty much is straight up Star Wars, the internet's going to hate me for this. Play Battlefront 2. No sniper? Oh, I'm shocked. Because Battlefront 2 has, sure, they got rid of the stuff and all the controversy, sure. But when I was playing that, I felt like I was a Star Wars spy going in, saving the rebellion, and working for the Empire. I felt like it was Star Wars to me. That's what I want. And for me, Fallen Order didn't deliver much until after Order 66. But overall, give Jedi Fallen Order a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, guys, I thought after Order 66 happened, in my opinion, it got awesome. That's when it starts up for me. But I will say one thing. The Purge Troopers and the K2SOs chasing you, that was fun. That was straight up fun. I want a Purge Trooper figure. That's all I have to say. I love the design of those airborne troopers, and I'm happy that they carried her over to the Empire via Purge Trooper. But yeah, guys, once again, go check out my gameplay of Fallen Order. And yeah, that's all for this time. Punch that like button, face like boss. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!